Good morning, guys. Today is a nice Monday morning. We are taking hay to the auction. Here's a new truck we bought for hauling hay, specifically square bales. I have 40 bales on here. There's like 26 on there and 16 on here. Dad is loading up round bales onto the gooseneck, and when we get back, we'll get to work on the fun stuff. It is raining out. We're waiting on a call back from somebody to go out and scout wheat today. We'll see if that happens or not. But we got the sprayer in the shop. I can't believe it fits. This shop is 30 feet long by 40 feet wide, and it takes just about every bit of that 30 feet. We got a little bit of room. But the door broke, so I can still bring it up if I need to take the sprayer out, but that's as far down as it'll go. And we drained the oil out the other day. And then gonna be putting oil back in. I'm just working on changing filters now. There's one there. There's an air filter there, or a filter for the air system. There's one right there. There's one up there. There's obviously filters in that. That's the air filter box. Already went through that and blew those out. And there's a little filter there, a fuel filter. And then the cab filter's back here in this corner, which I gotta check and make sure I got the right one. Then other than that, I don't know if I'm gonna be going through and draining all the antifreeze out right away. The first thing we're gonna be doing is top dressing wheat with 28%, maybe in the next couple weeks. So I do wanna have this as close to being able to do that as possible. I got tips coming. I have the T-Jet 7 stream nozzles coming, so I can stream 28 out without burning too much of the wheat. So we're going to start here with what I think is the oil filter. I believe so. It's got a line going up to the top of the turbo, so it's got to be. Looks like we might have a return line off the turbo leaking a little bit. I didn't go through and write down all the filter numbers on this. I was at the parts store when I remembered I needed these. We're going completely off of Wix's filter list for this thing. There you go, just put it on hand tight, that way I know it's not overdone. I'm gonna check belts, they all look good. So that filter's done. I'm gonna move over to the fuel filter. I got the right filter on hand, and you may be wondering, why do you make such a big deal of Wix getting the right numbers? You'd be surprised how many things we come across that don't match up to Wix's website. I don't know if it's past owners putting wrong filters on or something like that, but there's a lot of filters that don't match up with the filters that are on a machine, and we would rather put the filters that are on the machine than trust a website. It's got this whole dealio down here. I'm not 100% sure how all that comes off. I think it just screws out. There's an inline back there that we're gonna change too. Also, if anybody's wondering, it took me forever to find this. The dipstick is down here for the oil in the frame. Very hard to see, very easy to miss. There's a lot going on this side, so you might miss what I'm doing. That one's done. Kind of wish this platform wrapped all the way up there, but it's kind of tricky to get through. You got this little gap between the mirror. Step right where the no step sign is, and over here onto the top of the airbag frame. All right, we got our first mess up. The inline filter, the hose bibs are too big. I can slide the old filters right into the new filters. So I'm going to keep going through this process, leave that the way it is, and make sure I don't have anything else that's got to be swapped out before I go uptown to get this one traded for a different one. We had this filter. That filter's now been replaced. So we're to 3 filters done, and I didn't get a filter for that air system. I'm probably going to go buy one because I don't know when it's been changed last. I just have that last hydraulic filter on the outside. I don't know if any of you have noticed this light I'm using. It's a rechargeable work light. $19.99 on Amazon. You get a 2-pack with charging cords. I'm not sure if I recommend them yet, but if you want to try them out yourself, go ahead. I'll try and put a link in the description. I don't know if this is allowed, but I'm going to try and use a John Deere filter wrench on this. I can't grab the camera right now, but if I would have noticed this filter housing and the full mark on the hydraulic oil reservoir, the full mark on the reservoir is higher than the filter housing. I don't see a valve anywhere. I suppose I should prep the filter before I take this one off.